In the next 12-month window, about $84.4 trillion is already queued to change hands, according to Cerulli. Not a stock rally, a handoff. That's the great wealth transfer. Now brace yourself for the part nobody warns you about. Most families won't feel rich. They'll feel stressed, because the transfer doesn't arrive as a prize, it arrives as a process. So here's the promise. By the end of this video, you'll know the exact month when a transfer either sticks or leaks out through fees, fights, and impulse spending. And you'll have a simple landing plan, even if you inherit nothing. Harry is 34. He works the estate services desk at a credit union. He's the guy who answers calls when someone dies. His paycheck hits every other Thursday. After taxes and benefits, he brings home $3,117 a month. If you've ever watched money turn people cold, Harry hears it every day. Week 1, a woman named Linda called. Her dad died. There was $92,000 sitting in a savings account. She thought she'd pay off her credit cards next month. Harry had to say, "It won't be next month. It might be 5 months," because the account had no beneficiary, so it had to go through probate. Probate is the court process that proves the will. In plain English, it's a slow doorway, and every slow doorway invites problems. Linda went quiet. Then she whispered, "My rent's due in 5 days." That night, Harry checked his own account. $208 in checking, $791 on a credit card, and a comforting belief that one day an inheritance would fix everything. That belief felt like hope, and it felt like a trap. Because Harry had learned a brutal truth. The great wealth transfer has 2 numbers. There's the headline number, tens of trillions. Then there's the number that hits your life. Net, after care costs, after taxes, after legal fees, after family drama, after grief spending, long-term care is a giant eraser. Genworth and CareScout report a national median annual cost of about $127,750 for a private nursing home room. 2 years of care can chew through $250,000. So the inheritance you imagine may never exist. Harry didn't learn this from a chart. He learned it from people breaking down on the phone. Then it got personal. Month 1, Harry's Uncle Raj passed away. A modest house, an old truck, a tidy savings account. Harry's mom said, "He put you in the will." Harry felt relief flood his chest, like the world exhaled. Then Harry opened the estate file at work. There was a will, yes. But the savings account had no beneficiary. That meant probate. That meant months. That meant bills attached to grief, property taxes, insurance, house repairs, executor expenses, all before anyone received a dollar. That month, Harry made a decision. Not about investing, about plumbing. He built what he called a transfer landing pad. Not a budget, not a spreadsheet, a landing pad. Because if money ever lands, it needs somewhere safe to land. And if money never lands, the same pad protects your own savings. Thomas Stanley and William Danko wrote The Millionaire Next Door in 1996. One idea in that book is that wealth is invisible. It's not the new kitchen, it's the buffer. Harry translated that into one rule: make the boring stuff strong so emotions can't break it. Here's the landing pad, 3 parts. 1, an asset map. 1 page, accounts, companies, and logins. Who the beneficiary is, where the passwords are stored. 2, a beneficiary check, because many assets move by beneficiary, not by will. Retirement plans, insurance, many bank accounts. 3, a 90-day rule. Any windfall sits for 90 days before lifestyle decisions, not to punish yourself, to protect yourself. Month 2, Harry invited his mom for chai. He brought the asset map printed on bright yellow paper. He didn't start with death. He started with Linda. He said, "A spouse cried today. She couldn't pay rent." His mom didn't argue. She said, "Okay, show me." They did the beneficiary check. His mom had an old workplace plan. The beneficiary was outdated. Not Harry, not his sister, not even their dad. If that money moved tomorrow, it could have gone sideways. Not evil, just old paperwork. They fixed it. Then they checked his dad's small life policy. The beneficiary was right, but the address was old. They updated it. Then they checked the main bank account. No payable on death beneficiary. They added one. If you're thinking, my parents don't have money, listen, this still matters. Because the system is about speed and clarity. Speed prevents fees. Clarity prevents fights. Month 3, Harry opened a separate savings account at a different bank. Not for interest, for distance. He named it Landing Pad. He turned off the debit card. He set transfers to take 2 business days. Then he made a rule with his sister. Any money above $500 that lands there triggers a 2-text pause. What is it? What is the plan? That pause is where most people either win or lose. That month, the estate released a partial distribution. $6,835. Harry's mom said, "We should redo the bathroom." Harry felt the rush. Spend it. Prove the money helped. He did the 90-day rule. $5,000 went into the landing pad. $1,835 stayed in checking as a stabilized buffer. He paid the credit card down by $791. Not because debt is evil, because debt eats options. 2 weeks later, his car battery died. $227. Old Harry would have put it on a card. New Harry paid it from the buffer. No panic, no shame, just handled. That's what a transfer should feel like. Not luxury, stability. Month 4, the family drama arrived. A cousin wanted an advance, another wanted the truck, someone blamed the executor, someone blamed the will. Harry didn't argue. He asked one question. Do we have the asset map? They didn't. So Harry made one for the estate. House, truck, accounts, debts, dates. The fighting slowed down because uncertainty is gasoline. Now we hit the best reveal, and it's the moment most people miss. People think the great wealth transfer is money. It's not. It's instructions. The biggest transfer is the transfer of clean instructions. Harry learned this the hard way from a house file. 2 brothers inherited their mom's home, but the mortgage didn't disappear. The debt came with the keys. They couldn't agree on who would live there, so the place sat empty for 73 days. Insurance lapsed. A pipe burst. The repair bill was $1,311, all because nobody had a plan for the first month. That's why I'm pushing the paperwork so hard. A transfer is rarely a clean check. It's usually a bundle: money, assets, debt, and decisions. Cerulli's later estimates put the total transfer even higher through the late 2040s, and they also highlight that a huge share of the volume comes from a tiny slice of high-net-worth households. Translation? The headline number is real, but it's concentrated. So if you're sitting there thinking, I'll be fine when my turn comes, you're betting on someone else's health, someone else's planning, and a number you don't control. Harry stopped betting. He started positioning. He called it "get paid either way." If an inheritance comes, the landing pad catches it. If it never comes, his life still improves. Month 5, Harry noticed the pattern at work. The estates that settled fastest weren't the richest. They were the clearest. Clear beneficiaries, clear lists, clear next steps. When an account has a payable on death beneficiary, money can move in days. When it doesn't, it can take months. And months cost money. So here's what you do this week. Make it concrete. Pick one day. Wednesday night at 8:40 p.m. works, or Saturday at 10:10 a.m. Just pick. First, write your one-page asset map, your accounts, your logins, your beneficiaries. If you don't know, write unknown. That's still movement. Second, do one beneficiary check on your biggest account, work plan, life policy, or bank account. If it's wrong, fix it. Third, create distance for any future lump sum. A separate account, no debit card. 2-day transfer delay. Name it something that feels untouchable. And add the 90-day rule. Month 6, Harry's uncle's estate finally closed. The final distribution was $3,214. Not life-changing, but meaningful. His mom replaced a broken appliance. Harry didn't fight it. Life needs repairs. But here's what changed. That money didn't create new debt. It didn't trigger a spending spiral. It didn't vanish into confusion. It landed. It did its job. Then it was gone. Cleanly. And Harry kept the landing pad. By then, his finances looked different too. Checking buffer, $962. Landing pad, $4,118. Credit card, 0. Not because he became a superhero, because he built rails. That's the real lesson of the great wealth transfer. Some people will inherit massive sums, many won't, but everyone will face a moment when money moves. A payout, a sale, a settlement, a small inheritance, a big one. And that moment has a dangerous first month. So brace yourself for that month. Brace yourself for the emotions. Brace yourself for the temptation to honor someone by spending. Then do the boring thing. Build the landing pad. Make the asset map. Fix the beneficiaries. Add the 90-day rule. Create distance between money and impulse. Because when the transfer comes, it won't ask if you're ready. It'll just arrive. And if you're ready, it won't just change your bank balance. It'll change what your life feels like.